Welcome back. Stasa23 here, back again with some knife therapy, and this is a budget blade that I picked up from Blade Show 2018, and I figured I'd do my first impressions video while I'm still carrying them all to do my full reviews. And this is the Ruike Knives P-865-B. And man, oh man, I wish they would start using names for their knives. It's so frustrating trying to remember long, ridiculous numbers like that. But let's get into this knife. This knife to me falls in that office carry, lightweight EDC knife, gentleman's carry. You know, not your hard use, something that you can carry around to do day-to-day tasks. And I think they did a great job on this guy. I think this comes in right around $25 to $30 price point. And let's break it down. You have a nice long Warncliffe blade shape, and this is not no small knife by any means. You got the Ruike logo right here, and why does my camera not want to focus? Let's see. Hold on. Okay, I got the Ruike logo there. You don't have any swedges, just keeping it budget friendly. You have a perfectly executed sharpening choil. You can see the plunge line behind it right there. Great job on there. You have a very nice, precise point for piercing. And that's what this knife has been excelling for. Poking in the packages, opening them up to get the next knife out of the box. Flip it over on this side. You have the model P-865-B and the blade steel, which is 14C 28N. And this is one budget blade steel that I thoroughly enjoy. It's rather corrosion resistant. It holds a decent edge, and it's very easy to sharpen. And I don't know what all that nonsense is right there, but that's just, I don't know, whatever. You can see from this side that it is a single-sided thumb stud right here. And let's close this knife up. And main reason for that is because there's no cutout right here. There's really no way to access thumb stud on that side, so I don't really see that to be an issue. The action on this guy is pretty nice and snappy, and you can slow roll it just to not scare people. And if I'm correct, let's see, you have one nylon washer on that side. Oh, I thought it was one. Yeah, it looks like you might, cause it looks like I see a phosphor bronze washer in there. So they may have done it like on some of the knives where you have phosphor bronze washer on one side with the nylon over the top of it. Once I break this down for the full review, I will be able to let you know certain. They have the G10 scales right here. I like how they do two large chamfers on each side to meet in the middle to give it that 3D contoured effect. Very nicely done, especially on a budget blade. That thumb stud is raised up high enough to where you can access it fairly easily. And it's got some texturing going on around there to help you open the knife up. I have noticed that it is easier, and I'm guessing that's why they put that texture on there to hit it on the top of the thumb stud rather than I can't talk now, rather than the side, unless you're flipping it out. If you want to slow roll it, I noticed either pushing it right underneath like that, and sometimes just more comfortable kind of to put your finger on top of it to get it to come flying out. I love the nice slender package it has in this direction and in this direction. I would say that's under 1/2 inch thick, which is, pretty much a standard. Your blade to handle ratio is really good. Comes almost to the end of there. You definitely don't have to worry about cutting yourself with this knife when it's closed because you have a full length G10 backspacer. That they did a good job. They did chamfers, almost giving it like a floating effect. The way they chamfered the insides of that's nicely done. Like I said, all this stuff very nice whenever it's coming in at the $30 and under category. That's stuff you don't see on some of the higher end knives. You just have standard T6 Torx on the body screws and a T8 on the pivot. You have a deep carry pocket clip that functions nicely. I would have liked to see those screws recessed because I've noticed a lot of times that it catches on some fabric. Not with just this knife, but certain knives. Oh, there goes my dog wants to be in on it. Sorry about that, people. Hey, Paulo. Sorry about that, people. Stop it, buddy. So there you go. Disappears. All you see is the point of that knife right there, and you have the Ruike name on the clip. Hey, buddy. They don't want to hear. They don't want to hear the review and barking. See, right now it's catching on that clip. So that's all I can get in on this side unless I lift it. Well, I don't even know. See, that's why it sucks not to have those screws countersunk. Well, there you go. It won't go any further than that, and that's because it's catching on that screw. Alrighty, I think I've touched on pretty much everything I want to touch on before I do the full review of this guy. Let's do some quick size comparisons, and we'll get a weight on this guy, and I'll stop blabbing my jaws. If you want a higher end version of a knife that resembles this, kind of reminds me of the Booz Blade Smoke, having that same slender package with the long blade, pretty much identical in size, if not identical. Look at that. I didn't even see that before. I didn't even put them up against each other. But this has been a mainstay in the rotation for good reason. For me, it's just nice, slender, slim, lightweight package. It's hard to go wrong there. Another budget offering that is probably, double the price of this guy, and that is the CRKT Crossbones, and these two are pretty much identical in size too. But I'll be honest, I much rather the 14C 28N over the All-State. That's just through my experiences and my use. Everybody has their different opinions. It's fine. And this is aluminum. This is G10. All preference. Another one that tons of people have handled, just to give you a good size reference. This is the Ontario Rat Model 1 in D2 steel. There you go. The Rat is a good inch longer. Another slim and sleek office gentleman's carry knife, but definitely commands more of a price point, a higher price point. That is the Boker Excalibur 1. This is the S35VN carbon fiber titanium frame lock. There you go. And let's throw one in from Real Steel. This is the Real Steel Griffin with my custom regrind I put on it, and I added a swedge to it. But those two are pretty close in size as well. But all the knives I've shown were at least double, if not way over the price of this guy. So I think in the budget category, I think it's a home run. Now, one thing that I can't stand is that nasty bead blast finish. See, that bead blast, you don't even want to focus because it's bead blast. I hate a bead blast rust, and it just, I don't know. Unless it's like We Knives does a good job. That's the only bead blast that I somewhat like, is because they bead blast it and they do a polish on it, so it kind of closes up them large craters that the bead blast makes that causes the corrosion. But this guy is probably going to get a copper wash to it, because I think it would look great with that copper blade with the black scales. Y'all let me know what y'all think down below. That's just something I've been thinking about, and it'll be an easy way to get rid of this bead blast finish. Oh yeah, I didn't show. It's a stainless liner lock. The liner is kind of thin, but it's not as thin as it looks. If you look back here, you can see how thick it is. Just they did those grooves in there, so it looks like it's a lot thinner than it is. But it's not a hard use knife. It's super solid lockup. Actually, I got no wiggle whatsoever, left to right, up or down. Easy to disengage that lock because you have that cutout right there, and you have that texturing to get in on that. So definitely think this is going to be in my, well, it's still too early to tell, but I think it'll probably be in my top 10 budget knives of the year. We shall see. Well, hope everybody's having an absolute wonderful day. If you like my videos, please give it a big thumbs up. If you like my videos in general and you're not already, hit that subscribe button. And while you're at it, hit the little bell button on side of it so it notifies anytime I have a new video, because I am slowly creeping up on 2,000 subscribers, and when I do, I plan to do a pretty cool giveaway that I don't think you'll want to miss out on. So like I said, hope everybody's having an absolute wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Peace.